There. There you go. Oh, see, it's going to keep dinging because I just hooked it up to the internet. It's cool that a Mac does that, like it pairs with your phone, but it also is kind of annoying. How is everybody doing? Good?
Tired.
Are you?
Yeah.
Long day?
I've had a long week since Thursday. Chad's been working.
Oh, and you're single mom.
Yeah, so it's been a long handful of days.
Yeah. Oh my. Yeah, I'm not going to make this long because I'm cleansing and I really just want to eat like a burger. So I'm not going to lie. I have to go to bed. Sleep spray. Then I don't think about it. Why is day one harder than day two? Like day two is always easy, but day one, I really struggle.
I always look up recipes on day one, like mad. Like scroll, look at food. It's so dumb.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. No, I'm looking forward to day two because I always feel more, I don't know, just have better luck on day two. Sorry, you guys. Here goes my phone or my computer. Okay. So I am part of a 90-day action plan with some other people that aren't on our team. Zach Sloan, have you heard that name? Some of you that have been at a celebration, he spoke. So him and his wife do this 90-day action plan, and I am on theirs. And I wanted to share some of their takeaways or some of the stuff that they have been talking about with all of us. Because it's funny, you know, we're all part of what we're used to. We all get on the morning calls. You know what I mean? And it's fun to hear different leaders and how they are doing it. And what I really have enjoyed about them and listening to them is how they keep it so simple. So simple. And they're really all about duplication. They are not fancy. When people have questions, they never send them the answer. They send them the tool, whether it's for products. If they have questions about products, they send them a tool to help answer it. If it's a business builder, they send them a tool because that can duplicate, right? Does that make sense? So if someone talks to me, I could tell them, you could get into the science and they could help figure out what's going on with them if it's something product issue. But you need to direct them to a tool, really. Okay. Am I choppy? No? Okay. All right. Just want to make sure because you know my awesome internet. Okay. So I'm going to, before I actually share their stuff, I want to quick talk about the challenge. So the page is up, and so I will add people. My goal is to do that tomorrow. And then you add any of your people, right? Like I won't be adding any of your people because I can barely keep track of my people. So you add your people. And then the other thing is for the ignite8.com, the password is switched to capital F, fall, number 17. So you can give that to your people that are going to do the challenge. Make sure right away they're going to the ignite8.com. Password now is capital F, fall 17, so they can get started. All right. And really, people, if you send them to that, there is a button where they click to get onto that Facebook group anyhow. And if you guys haven't been added yet, you can also do it that way. And what else was I going to say about that? It was free enrollment through Sunday, so that's awesome. And really just make sure you tell people it's an 8-week challenge, free enrollment, and you guys, the first 4 weeks are literally risk-free. They can be in the challenge for 4 weeks. If it isn't all they think it's cracked up to be, they're not having the results they want, send their stuff back and get their money back, right? I think that's a great way to promote it. Okay, to these people, Zach and Eden is that's her name. All right. So one thing that they kept saying over and over that stuck with me is, and you can write this down if you want, we need to be the invitation to the destination where they can find the information. So be the invitation to the destination where they can find the information. Does that make sense? I love that. So you're just the invitation. We're teaching them where they can find the information. And they are just so simple. They break it down so simple. So they talked about characteristics of people and they compared them to apples. So I want to do a little exercise with you. So you guys need to interact and use the chat thread. So I want you to tell me 10 character traits you want in your business partners. So those of you, think about, who do you want to attract as business partners? What characteristics do you want to attract in your business partners? So in the chat thread, start typing down the characteristics you want in a business partner. Brandy, turn down the TV. Happy, enthusiastic, positive, self-motivated. Okay, keep going. Goal-oriented, self-motivated, organized. Okay? Keep going. Servant leader, positive, goal-oriented. Okay, I'm going to add, committed. Okay? All right, so I want you guys each, fun, yes, fun, leader, driven, passion. I want you to write down your 10 characteristic traits that you want in people in the business that you want to attract, right? So you have homework. 10 characteristic traits that you want to attract in your people. And I want you to start saying, first of all, those words that we just listed. Happy, enthusiastic, positive, self-motivated, all of those, fun, driven, passion, willing to learn and change. Tell me, are you those? So when you write down your 10 characteristic traits that you want in your business builders, are you those things? Would people say, yes, she's those things? Make sense? Okay, so now I want you to start switching your thinking, because I hear people say, I can't find people to do this. I don't attract this. I want you to switch it to say, today, and this is what they said, they write this, and every day they say, today I allow myself to attract people that are blank, blank, fun, willing to learn, servant leaders. Today I attract, okay? So they have their characteristic traits and they have that written. So every morning you say, today I attract people that are committed, enthusiastic, ready for change, committed, want to run, want more out of life, those type of things. Product of the product, kind, motivated to help others, big heart, fun, no drama, happy, yes. I love those, Tasha. Perfect. Tasha, those are all you. That's you. You're describing yourself. So there you go. Just attract people like you. Okay, so start saying those things, because when we start saying to ourselves, we're not attracting this, I can't attract this, that is true. It's not going to happen. You have to start saying, I do attract these people. I attract the most amazing business builders. I attract business builders that are taking action. You know, say those things to you. And here's the next piece that has taken me 2.5 years. If you have people that say they want this and they aren't those characteristic traits, think about, do you want to work with those people? Really, if someone comes to you and they say they want to build a business, but you see they are selfish, they aren't anything about helping anyone else, they're full of drama, they aren't committed, they don't plug in, are those people you really want to work with? So you get to be picky. You get to be, that's what's cool about this. We get to pick who we do this business with. I don't want those people. I won't give them the time of day. And business builders, if they're not plugging in, if they aren't taking action, if they aren't stepping up and acting like business builders and doing these things, you can't force them to, Okay? You can't pull people with, where I used to be like trying to get people to do it. Move on. There's so many people out there wanting this, right? So move on. Just keep focusing on the good, positive people. Those are who will come to you. The ones that say one thing and do another, move on, right? That's hard, isn't it? Because I feel like we all have these hearts, but you can't do that. They're holding you back. Just keep going. I'm going to make sure you're all muted. Someone's making noise there. Okay. All right. The apple analogy, which I thought was interesting. There's 3 kinds of apples: red, green, and rotten. Red, green, and rotten apples. So this was their analogy. And they were comparing this to people, right? Business builders, product users, but we were talking about business, 90-day action plan. Red apples, those are shiny, right? They're like standout people. They are bold. They are open, and they are ready to go, right? They are a little more rare. Agree? To find a red shiny apple, they are just like ready to run. No questions asked. They're like, boom, on fire. Let's go. We've got this. No hesitations. Green apples. Green apples are, yes, I'm open if you can help me with some of my concerns. Those are the majority of the people, and they're getting ready to be ripe, right? They're getting ready to be red. They're not quite there. So the majority of people are green. They can be open, but they need to be shown how to make this. Does that make sense? And then there's the rotten apples. Those are the people that are like, oh my God, that is such a pyramid. Why are you doing this? It's just like, I'm ordering products to make you money. It's not even real food. It's like one of those cults. Aren't you part of those? You're part of that cult. You swallowed the Kool-Aid? Okay, those are the rotten apples. So what they talked about was, when you put, say you have a basket of really ripe apples, the red, the full of energy, ready to run. I'm gonna get some water. Okay. And you put one rotten apple in the basket of the red apples, what happens to all of, go to bed. What happens to all of the good, ripe red apples when you put one rotten one in the whole thing? Somebody answer. Can't hear you. Somebody knows? Come on, I have people with 4.9.
They all turn rotten.
Yes, the whole thing turns rotten. We don't have time for that rotten one, because all the ripe ones then come down. They turn rotten. So many of us, so many of you are holding back. You're letting one stupid, rotten apple ruin it. It's keeping you from growing. It's holding you back. Isn't that kind of a cool analogy? I was like, that is so true. Oh my gosh. One person can say something negative about me, Isagenix. They don't agree with this. They don't like my social media, something. And it just can bring you down and feel like crap, right? You doubt yourself, like, oh, I can't do this. I'm not very good. It's, what am I thinking? Who am I to do this? That one stupid rotten apple can do that to me? No, because look at all the ripe ones out there that are loving it and that we're helping. So we can't let these rotten apples get into our life. Hey, you need to be in bed. Go. Okay. Okay, so really what they were trying to say is, when you meet these people, you can kind of tell when someone's a rotten apple. Don't waste time. Move on. Don't even give them the time of day. We don't want rotten apples. We don't want to try to convince them and help them turn ripe. As they get more green, maybe they can come back around and then we can. But you don't want those rotten apples. Ick. I hate them. Okay. All right. Then I was just doing my own thinking, and I started writing down some notes. And I started thinking about just, so this couple encouraged us to just really think about our team and what's holding our team back and holding ourselves back. And so these are my own notes that I kind of wrote. So I feel and I believe this wholeheartedly. The skills of network marketing, they're easy. The skills, right? Would you agree? The actual skills are pretty easy. But the mindset is what holds us back and what we all need to work on. And so I was thinking about myself. So these notes are about myself a lot, but I wanted to share them with you. And we want to attract people, I wrote, and not force them. We want to live in alignment and attract the right people. So how do we do that? And I had listened to a podcast, so this gave me some other ideas. And number one, we have to have clarity. So what I mean by that is, what is your actual purpose here on earth? Everyone's very different, right? So if you took a step back and looked at you, from up high, down low, what is your purpose? What do you want your purpose to actually be? Like on a high level purpose. Really, what do you think your purpose, your mission is here? And what is your level of impact you're supposed to have on others? And if you don't know what that is, then I encourage you to take a day, a week, whatever it takes, to really figure out what is your purpose. What are you trying to do here? And it doesn't have to be what somebody else's is. Some people want to conquer the freaking world. They want to, what's that movie? World Peace. I just want world peace. What's her name? Sandra Bullock. I don't know. She keeps coming in my mind. So all she wanted was world peace. Do you guys know what movie I'm talking about? Miss Congeniality. Yeah. Okay. Whatever your purpose is, your mission, you really need to think about it, because I don't think we've taken, or me, okay, I'm saying you, and I was writing this for me. I don't know that I was taking time to figure out, what is my mission? What is my actual purpose? Who am I really trying to reach out and impact? Right? And so I just wrote, without knowing your purpose and your vision, you're just doing it because of past conditioning. So you need to go deeper. We have this vehicle that's Isagenix to get us closer to whatever our purpose is. We have to figure out, what is that purpose? Because now we have a vehicle to get us there, but really, what do you want that purpose to be? So some people, their purpose is they want to travel the world and think of missionaries. They want to just spread the word and help everyone understand, that Jesus exists, and they want to spread Christianity, right? So there's people that use Isagenix as their vehicle to do that so they can afford to travel. Everyone's very different. What level of impact do you want to have? And there is no right or wrong, but I'm just asking you guys all to really think about that, because I don't think I was taking time to really think about, what kind of impact do I want to have? And I have started to recognize what holds me back a lot is this fear that, one, I'm not good enough or qualified enough to really play out what I'd like to do for my purpose. And then I feel like, what if I start doing it and I don't do a good enough job? Can anyone relate to me? I'm just being really real, And even as far as you guys, our team, I many times have questioned myself, am I even a good enough leader to help them? Who am I to help them? I'm still struggling right now. So I've just really been taking some time and writing for myself to figure out, what do I want? What is my purpose? What is my mission? What, Riker? Okay, so then go in your own bed and you won't get pushed off. Then you go to her bed. Sorry, fight in the bed. Okay. Oh, and then it made me think of, have you ever read the book Purpose Driven Life? Any of you? I love that book. And that kind of helps me. I went back through it as I was thinking of that, and I looked at my notes of what I had highlighted, and I don't know, it got me back to not focusing on Isagenix where it would stress me out. Like, why I feel like I'm not able to reach enough people. Why are people saying no? And now I'm going back, like, what am I really trying to do? Okay, if this is really what I'm trying to do, I'm going to hear no's. I'm going to have resistance, but I'm going to have to keep going. So, and I feel like if you don't really know your purpose and your vision, you will quit because you don't know your purpose. Within 2 months, you will quit. And I have watched it in Isagenix. People have said they want this, and they've done it a little bit, and within 2 months, they quit because you know what? They didn't know their purpose and their mission. And I really believe that if you don't have that at the forefront of what it is, it's so easy to quit. But when you're clear on it, then you have that secret sauce that keeps you going, okay? The second thing is making a decision. So you make a decision. 80% of us are in this, and this is a statistic that's true. 80% of us are in this right here. And, oh God, where did I write that? 80% of us are in this, but we're not even sure why. Is that anyone? You're in this, but you're not really sure why. Like, it feels good. It's kind of fun. The shakes taste good. 80% aren't sure why. And I'm not calling anyone out. I'm saying, wow, that's a big number. So what do? You find your purpose. You figure out what you want, how you want to impact people. Okay. And once you've made a decision, then you don't have any other plan, you guys. If this is your decision, there is no plan B. You freaking make this work. When it gets hard, you keep pushing. You do the things you don't want to do. I think of every single person that has a career that's working at their job. Be honest, those of you that work at your career. Do you think not that you can, because you have a career, if you poured as much work into this as your career, do you think you'd be where you're at right now? Or do you think you'd be further along? Okay? Because people aren't treating it like it's a career. You have to make that decision. Right? And I think people aren't making that decision because 80% aren't even sure why they're here. You have to have your vision board, your action board right here in front of you at all times. There is no going back. And it made me think of marriage. Okay, so think about marriage. Those of you that are married, you've made that decision to get married. And once you've made that decision, you don't quit. But what's happening nowadays? And what's happening with people? Marriages. Are people sticking with it? Mm-hmm. It's very easy to quit. They quit. They just quit. Now, I'm not calling anybody out because there's sometimes it just needs to end. This isn't a marriage retreat. That's not what I'm trying to talk about. But what I'm saying is I see that in life is people, it's just okay now to quit in anything. But once you make that decision, you don't, right? Believe me, there's been many times I wanted to quit my dang marriage, and I'm still here because it's work, because it's for better, for worse, right? And I'm dang glad I didn't quit. But that's just like Isagenix. There's times I get frustrated. There's times I'm like, I can't do this. I'm not even any good. But I don't quit. I keep going, right? And I'm not here to preach about God, but I'm going to say every time you have those thoughts, you believe what you want. I truly believe that is the devil coming into us and trying to tear us apart. He wants to bring us down. He wants to corrupt us. You choose to believe what you believe, but I believe it's the damn devil, and I'm telling him there's no spot in my life for him, so get away. So then my question to you guys is, have you made that decision yet? And if not, when are you going to? And, oh, I know, I this was some other notes I wrote down. It is not your personal responsibility for others' success. Write that down. It is not your personal responsibility for others' success. We share this opportunity. It's up to them, right? When we start focusing on others, we hold ourselves back. Have any of you been focusing on others on your team and you see yourself being held back? I see that. We have no control over others. We don't. So you need to accept that. That's just the way it is. The third thing is go for it. So you need to decide and not go back. And I just wrote a note. Would you want your kids to see you quit? So they said, well, Mom, I thought you were doing Isodenics. What happened? Why'd you quit? Do you want them to see you quit? We tell them not to quit, not to give up. Would we want them? So commit and take action. So you need to commit to your journey and to growth. And you need to look deep inside. What's holding you back? You need to be committed to digging into what's holding you back too. So that's what I've been doing with this. I needed to find out what is holding me back, and I'm committed to figuring out what's holding me back so I can keep growing. And it's okay to be uncomfortable, right? But sometimes when it's so uncomfortable, that's why it makes it so hard, but that's how we got to keep going and keep driving. What are you doing? No, go in your room. I'll come in there when I'm done, okay? Okay, then I want to talk about when you take actions, you've committed, making sacrifices, all right? So there's people that have the vision, but they aren't willing to make the sacrifices. So I'm going to be honest, there are upfront sacrifices that do have to be made in this. There really are. Now, that is not my job to force anyone to do anything, but I'm just telling you there are some upfront sacrifices. I'm just being honest and real, not saying what you have to do, but I've had to, right? So I've had to give up some time when my kids were going to do something. They had something going on. I had to pick this because I knew this was my decision that I made, and this was going to be in the future, 2 years down the road, a different life. Right? So I did make upfront sacrifices. And I feel like we need to be real with people, because you will notice people that are making upfront sacrifices are at a different spot than people that aren't. Okay? I'm not saying who's right, who's wrong, but I'm saying that is legit what happens with this. That's with any business you own. Say you open your own business. You're going to have to make some upfront sacrifices when you have your own business. You're going to have to work when people don't want to work, when people call in sick, when your employees can't come. You're going to get calls at night. Something's not going right. That's owning your own business. There's upfront work that has to be had. You have to be committed to your coaches. You have to be committed to your mentors, to learning from them, being open. And someone typed that as their characters that they wanted to attract. And to also committed to being more mindful. So just be more mindful. And when I talk about the sacrifices, you guys, I'm saying if it's in alignment with your goals, all right? So tonight, there's a healthy happy hour in town. I had my plate full. I've been at the doctor trying to figure out what's going on with me. I have what did they find? What's it called? A goiter? So blood work. Tomorrow I have an ultrasound. I'm drained. Dan's had a dentist appointment, a doctor's appointment. I was running. I was like, I'm not going to this dang healthy happy hour. I can't do it. But I went because I've made a decision that this is my vehicle. And I made it there. And that was a sacrifice, okay? So I left. I had stuff I needed to do at home. And this is not patting me on the back, okay? It's not. But I'm just telling you, I make upfront sacrifices because I want to show that this is what I am, who I am. I want to be a leader that's doing the do, not telling you what to do and not doing it, okay? So that's what I wanted to talk about tonight. And I feel like just being more mindful and really taking a step back, you guys. I can go over the compensation plan. We've done that. we dig into all the skills, and yes, we will keep going over those things because there's always new people and we need to keep developing them and keep teaching what's duplicable. But I wanted you all to take a step back and think about, why are you doing this? If 80% of people don't even know why they're here, okay, we need to stop. Because the skills are there. All the tools for the skills are there. It's here that's holding all of us back, everyone. So thinking about what really is your purpose, what's your mission here, what do you want to do as an impact? And I just ask you all to take time, and it might take a day and it might take a week, to figure out what yours is. And it can be very different from everyone else, and there is no right or wrong. But God designed us all very different and unique. We shouldn't have the same exact answer to that question. So I just encourage you all to think about that. I know that each and every one of you is so capable, because network marketing, the skills are there. That's easy. But what will take the most work for every single person out there is working on you and your mindset. That is what will hold you all back. So that's really all I got for you guys tonight. Anyone, any questions, any comments? Thanks for letting me just share my notes. Okay. Any questions, you guys, about the challenge or anything? You're welcome. No questions? Okay. I feel like I was supposed to share something about the challenge, but I'm not remembering at this moment. Sorry. If I think of it, I'll put it in our chat thread. So, okay. If you're not on the page though, oh, I know what I was going to say. The ignite8.com. Okay. www.ignite8.com. Capital Fall 17. So I just wanted to tell you guys, every time somebody enrolls through me, whether it's the beginning of the challenge or 1 week left of the challenge, I send them to that page because that's duplicable. I wasn't doing that before. I was sending them like, here's the shake day, here's the cleanse day, all this stuff. And I was like, who the hell, how can someone duplicate that? I just got random stuff I'm sending them at different times. So I have changed to sending everybody, no matter when they start, if it has anything to do with the challenge, to ignite8.com. I give them the current password and I tell them to follow all those steps and get, because it tells them IsaBody Challenge, Healthy Mind and Body. So it's all laid out there. But yes, you're still, as soon as they get their products, you're still going over everything. But that way, when they say to you, what is a shake day? What is a cleanse day? What are snack ideas? It's all right there on that website. And I'm actually getting together with Heather and John. Well, we were supposed to and haven't. So I reached out to them and asked if we could get together, because I really want to brainstorm and make that site even better for people, even like how to update your auto ship. Just so many things that I feel like sometimes we're tagging people in random all over, and maybe it could all just be right there. So I just wanted to share that that's what I've been doing. I encourage you guys, use that. It's great. It's all for them. The videos are there, cleanse day, shake day, opening the box, print out their snack thing so they can get all organized. So kind of have that be their homework until their products come, and then get on the phone. So.
Are you good for stuff?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Sorry, Jenna.
That's okay.
I just have a quick question. I guess maybe because I was driving kids around when you first started talking, but what's this website you're talking about?
Excuse me while I swallow my last cleanse for life and really want to get a cheeseburger. www.ignite8.com. It's the site that it's the website for, it's always, but we just changed the password with every challenge.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So it's always consistent. The content is always the same, but the password's always different for each challenge. And that is something I'm trying, if maybe this isn't the right idea, I could be completely wrong, but I love the idea of having that content, no need for a password. And what would a password would be for would be just like the workouts, because I think everybody should be able, anybody on our team should be able to go to ignite8.com and get all of those resources.
Yeah.
extra challenge stuff, then they can have a password. But that's my goal. We'll see what they say. They're very open. Whatever's best for the team, that's what they want to do. It's just talking about it. So,
Sure. All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Are you going to add more about the AMP line in there?
On the ignite8.com? Yeah, that was on my list too.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I love the idea. If you guys want to write this down, there is a website called teamdestiny.com. So it was a leader from Texas, maybe, that I met at the two star. And so she has this site. It would be like ignite8.com. And I think it could be ours is in a way better, but I like incorporating some of her ideas because, so it's anyone. So say somebody is interested in learning the business. She has like a Zoom of what's a 3-way call look like? Just all these things for people. And what's really cool is it's all on this page with no password necessary. So a product user gets this exposure to some business stuff without really understanding it. Does that make sense? Just kind of look at that person's page and give me your feedback. Her name's Amy, and I'm not saying her page is perfect, but I thought, she's kind of onto something. It's kind of neat. It's very duplicable. You just send somebody to that. And we all have isogenicsbusiness.com, but it's something about it. People aren't doing it all. And she breaks it down in chunks that I think are pretty cool. So you give me your feedback. Anything else, Jenna?
I don't think so. I'll brainstorm. I have some notes from before.
Yeah, give me any feedback because then I can bring that to them. And like they've said, they're really open to new ideas of how to improve it. So we just need to actually get together, and then they have their internet or their website guy actually do the changes. But they said it's not hard. I don't know. I know nothing about it. Okay, what are the comments? Thank you. Oh, Chasha, you're sweet. I don't know. Thank you, guys. All right. Yes, any feedback would be awesome. And you guys, I'm super excited for this next challenge. I need it personally. So let's kick some butt. And I'm just hoping that, I don't know if you guys have any good ideas for your people for this next challenge of how to keep them motivated or anything, share with the group of some ideas of what you're doing. I know at 2-Star, people had good ideas of each month. They did like an event for their people. And those that weren't local, they did it. They had like a event page where they did a live, and it was on different topics of fun things of different meal prepping or different snacks, or they had a whole list of cool things that other people do. So I think if we all just kind of share some ideas, whatever we can do to try to help and make it better. So, okay, really, I got to go to bed because I'm hungry. Okay. This is like the first time I haven't cheated. So, yay, I made it a day. All right. Have a good night, you guys.